welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic in beautiful Shelby, Montana. Chris Stratton here for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, and we're going to get underway here. The starting lineups are underway right now as we speak, as they get ready to go down on the floor below us here. Had some good action. The Lady Falcons are victorious. Lady Falcons are victorious on the day. So we'll go ahead and jump into our starting lineups here for our matchup between Malta and the Florence Falcons. Starting things off with Malta, number 12, a 6-foot senior, Connor Kuhn. Number 14, a 6-foot senior, Landon Van Wicken. Number 20 is a 5'11 junior, Kevin Henry. Number 24, a 6-foot senior, Tell Jensen. And rounding it out, number 34, he's a 6'3" senior, Kendall Koss. Now for the Florence Falcons, starting things off, number 3, Brandon Bailey, a 5'10 junior. Number 11 is a 6'4 senior, Dylan Christofferson. Number 22 is a 6'2" senior, Brent Stropel. Number 23, a 5'10 junior, Jacob Scully. And rounding it out, number 24, a 6'1" senior, Marcus Zeiler. Those are your starting lineups for today's game between the Big Fork, scratch that, Malta Mustangs. Big Fork girls just got done playing, but the Malta Mustangs and the Florence Falcon boys. Big Fork girls look good this year, Class B. You guys are going to have to watch out. The girls' side looking really good. The boys will be playing later. The game after this, we will have the Loyola teams playing. Shepherd running just a little bit behind, about an hour behind, as they get ready to go. The boys are out on the court. Florence is wearing their maroon jerseys with the gold and white stripes down around the knees, and they've got the white numbers. Malta, they've got their white jerseys with the royal blue stripes down the side, an M on their jersey, and a royal blue name and number. Coach Costin is the head coach for Malta, and Caleb DeGroot is the head coach for Florence. Boys are set. Christofferson set to jump, as well as Jensen for Malta. Here's the ball. It's in the air, tip back, fought forward, and it's going to be controlled by Florence. Florence will go right to left on your screen. Controlled at the top. Now it's in the hands of Bailey. Bailey swings it across to Zeiler. Back to Scully. Scully at the top. Swings it far side to Zeiler. Back to Scully. Far side top. Working the ball around. Movement is good. Bailey with it now, back to Scully at the top, thinks about the three, swings it, shot near corner, three-pointer, miss, and it's rebounded by Malta. That was Zeiler on the three-point shot, and he couldn't get it to connect. Ball very quickly down left to right to Malta. Far side poked away by Zeiler, and he can't save it. Into the crowd, saved by some fans. Folks, you can join in and watch the coverage as they have it on the Shelby website. Just go to Shelby High School homepage and click on the Coyote jumping out of the TV. We get a whistle. And this one's going to be against Scully for the Falcons. Malta has it. Cross court, far side in the hands of Henry. Henry to the top, near side, three-point shot for Van Wicken. He can't get it to go. Brought down by Malta. In the hands of Henry. He'll swing it near side to Van Wicken. Van Wicken goes far side, and saving the ball from going outside is Kuhn. Kuhn gives it off far side to Henry. He'll dribble out of the far corner and back to the top to Kuhn. Kuhn to Henry. Henry dribbles around. He's got Scully in it, or Zeiler in his face. Now the bounce pass, and they switch sides to Kuhn. Kuhn has the pass broken up, and Christofferson holds on to it. Scully brings it up very quickly in the hands of Zeiler now on the near side in front of us. I'm perched up above the scorer's table, up high in the rafters. Zeiler, Scully, Bailey looking for a screen. Christofferson comes out, gives it to him. The ball is knocked away. Van Wicken on the run, shot off the glass, it won't go, and Scully comes down with a rebound. We're scoreless with 6:15 left in the first quarter. Zeiler, though, on the baseline, gets the pass out, and he draws the foul. This one's going to be against Kuhn. They say it's on the floor because it was a pass, so Florence will inbound underneath their own basket. We want to thank Rainbow's in, and on the baseline is Stropel. He can't get it to go in, and it's rebounded by Malta. They'll bring it up left to right very quickly. In the hands of Kuhn, goes far side to Van Wicken. Van Wicken feeds it to Henry in the far corner. He'll dribble out to the top. Far side now. Van Wicken back to Henry, swings it. Kuhn picks up his dribble, and now it's back in the hands of Van Wicken. Van Wicken swings it to Kuhn, three-point shot near side, and he drains it. Kuhn with the three, and we've got a score on the board, 3-0 with 5:42 left in the first quarter. Zeiler brings it up very quickly, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Christopherson. Zeiler wants it back on the far side on top of the Coyote, gives it off to Scully. Scully stands in the half circle, now he goes to the far side. Underneath Christopherson, baseline, fed to Stropel, he can't handle the pass, and Malta comes up with it. They'll bring it left to right. In the hands of Henry now, he'll switch sides. Koss has it in the far corner. It's going to be given away, driving to the basket. Christopherson with his hands up, and shot is no good. Brought down by Scully. Scully will bring it up very quickly. Fakes, gives it off. Shot, no good by Stropel, and it's rebounded by Florence. Scully stands at the top of the half circle. Comes near side to Zeiler. Zeiler back to Scully at the top. Wants to swing it, and he does, to Bailey. Bailey back to Scully at the top, comes near side to Zeiler. Zeiler gets a screen from Christopherson, swings it near side. Stropel, three-point shot on the baseline, and he can't get it to go. And back the other way, Malta goes. We get a whistle, and Malta wants a timeout. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We're going to go ahead and keep it here, folks. I apologize. In the first quarter, Malta leads Florence 3-0 as we roll through. Our next games coming up after this one is going to be the Loyola teams versus Shepherd. First off will be the Breakers. That will be roughly at 4 o'clock. And then the Rams at roughly 6. We come out of the timeout here, folks. We want to thank Rainbow's End as the Breakers make their way into the building. We want to thank Rainbow's End Natural Foods, and there's the shot from the baseline, and it sinks in for Jensen, for sponsoring our coverage of Florence basketball at the Coyote tournament. Scully has it, press by Malta, broken. Shot Zeiler from the free throw line. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Malta. Malta will bring it up left to right in the hands of Van Wicken. Van Wicken stops at half court, surveys the court, comes to the near side, crosses over, picks up his dribble at the top. He's looking for a pass, goes to Van Wicken on the far side. Or I apologize, Kuhn. Van Wicken had the ball. Now it's in Henry's hands at the top. Henry, far side, into the corner. Van Wicken, three-point shot, air ball. Rebounded very quickly by Koss, swung back out near side. Henry will shoot the three again, and that one will not go. Rebounded by Florence. Scully will take the three in the near side, can't get it to go, and Malta will run the other direction. Malta with Henry with it at the free throw line, and he gets tied up. They're going to call Zeiler for the foul. So Florence picks up 2 quick fouls, one by Zeiler and one by Scully. Van Wicken will inbound on the far side. He'll inbound to Henry. Henry surveys the court, goes back to Van Wicken on the far side. Feeds it in, free throw line, shot, Jensen. He drops it, and it's 7-0. Florence with Malta with 3:10 left in the first quarter. At the top now is Zeiler, stands in the half circle, giving directions. Bailey comes out, swings it to Scully. Scully at the top, he'll pivot, finds Zeiler. Zeiler wants to go in the corner. He sets his feet, three-point shot off the rim. They cannot get that three to drop. And very quickly, Kuhn is up the court, can't handle it, taken away. And Zeiler all by himself up off the glass. It rolls in, and we've got the Falcons on the board, 7-2 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. Van Wicken very quickly, far side, Kuhn gives it into Jensen at the free throw line. He'll pivot, caught by Zeiler, spits it back out, and we get a whistle. And this one's going to go against Malta. Florence will get the ball back with 2:32 left in the first quarter. 7-2 is the score on the Rainbow's End Natural Foods scoreboard. Scully brings it up from far side to near side, crosses half court, goes underneath. Stropel off the glass, can't get the rim to go, and Malta brings it down. Pushed up left to right now by Kuhn. Kuhn, far side to Henry, back to Kuhn. Kuhn sets his feet, three-pointer, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Stropel. We get a push and a foul against Florence. So number 40 comes in for the Falcons. Hotzenpiller. Rebound, or poked away. Hotzenpiller right into the action right away. He's on the floor, diving for it. We've got jump ball, and it will stay with Malta. That is Parker Hotzenpiller, 6'3" junior. Kendall Koss will come back in. Malta inbounds, far corner to Henry. Henry dribbles around, gives it off to Kuhn at the top. Kuhn dribbles to the near side to Henry in the near corner. Henry gives it in underneath. Koss with the shot, bounces around the rim, no good, and Stropel will come down with the rebound. Stropel will push it right to left on the far side. Crosses half court, comes near side. Zeiler sets his feet, gets his man in the air, drives the baseline, pivots, shot off the glass, and it goes in. That's what we're looking for from Zeiler, and it makes it 7-4 Malta with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Henry with it now on the far side, swings it to Kuhn on the near side. He'll dribble back to the top, swings it to Van Wicken. Henry with it now on the near side, drives the near baseline, shot, drops it. Henry's got two, and he makes it 9-4 Malta with 1:12 left. Brought up by Scully on the far side. He stops, backs off, goes to Bailey, cross court to Zeiler now. Zeiler surveys the court. Stropel, free throw line, shot, and it rattles home. 9-6 with 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Malta owning the scoreboard. Kuhn with it now, near side, bounce pass in. Now it's Koss on the baseline. He'll drive in. Hotzenpiller with his hands up, good D, shot won't go, and Hotzenpiller will come down with a rebound. Up court very quickly, Zeiler on the near side. He'll stop, sets his feet, three-point shot. Popped and dropped! Zeiler gets one to go, and we've got a tie game at 9 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Swing, Kuhn, near side. He'll drive in, stops the jumper. It'll go in. 11-9, Malta with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Zeiler says push, and he'll push the ball up himself. Crosses half court in the circle. Met. Goes far side to Bailey. Bailey dribbles. He's got Van Wicken on him. He gets a screen. Comes near side. Scully thinks about the three. Has the ball poked away. Dives on the ground. Scully's got it. And DeGroot smartly calls a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Shelby, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic. So we come out of the timeout. It'll be Florence ball in front of the Malta bench. Inbound. Zeiler's just going to be throwing up the three underneath the Stropel, and the buzzer sounds. No foul, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So Malta with a 11-9 lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic in Shelby, Montana. Folks, you can get the live video stream. We've got it plugged in here, running simulcast, if you will, with the Shelby High School. Just go to the Shelby High School website on the home page and click on the Coyote jumping out of the TV. Florence has the ball to start the second quarter. It's taken away by Koss. Left to right goes Van Wicken on the near side. He'll stop. Finds Henry in the near corner, down the baseline to Koss, back out to Henry, to the top to Van Wicken. He'll drive in. Shot. Runs into Chris, and we get a whistle, and this one's going to be on Christofferson. Van Wicken ran right into Christofferson. Had his hands up. No offensive foul, and then Koss is going to get the free throws. They're going to actually call it on Scully. That'll be his second. So Koss to the line. Kendall Koss. Shot rattles around. No good. It's going to go to Florence. And Scully will inbound to Zeiler. Scully brings it in. Crosses half court in the circle. Picks up his dribble in the circle. Passes it to Wood. Taken away by Van Wicken. He's got to beat Scully. Scully with his hands up, and it goes in for Van Wicken. And he's got his first 2 points of the game, making it 13-9 with 7:15 left in the second quarter. Ball on the far side in the hands. Swings it to Wood on the near side. Goes to the top to Scully. Scully fakes the pass. Now he does go to Zeiler. Zeiler drops in. Hop, skip, jump, and it will not go. Rebounded by Smith, and Van Wicken will bring it up left to right. Comes into the near corner. In the hands of Jensen. Jensen swings it to the top to Henry. Henry comes back to Jensen on the near side. Wanting to feed it into Koss, but can't get it. Cross-court pass. Van Wicken by himself. Shot up, and he drops it. Van Wicken with 4 on the quarter, and he makes it 15-9 with 6:35 left in the opening half. Zeiler brings it up, picks up his dribble, comes to Wood on the near side. Wood picked up by Van Wicken. Switches over. Van Wicken behind him now. Christofferson coming for the screen. Feeds to Zeiler. Zeiler with the 3, and Zeiler gets it to go. Zeiler's got 2 threes, and he makes it 11-15. Malta fed in. Smith finds Henry all by himself. 3-point shot, and he'll drain it. Tit for tat, says Henry. I got him too. Stretches it back out to a late 18-11 lead for Malta. 5:55 left in the first half. Swings it near side. Zeiler says, let's do it again. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Koss. He pokes it around and finally comes down with it. Pushed up on the far side by Van Wicken. He stops, gives it off to Jensen. Jensen dribbles into the far side top. Comes to Henry on the near side. Into the near corner to Van Wicken. Van Wicken back to Henry. Swings it to Jensen on the far side. Jensen fakes the pass. Dribbles in to the top. Now to Van Wicken. Van Wicken drives in. Swings it out. Henry, 3-point shot. Offensive foul as Scully set his feet. Nice defense by the Falcons. Bailey comes back in. And Wood will have a seat. Scully will bring it up left to right. Van Wicken charged with a foul. Zeiler with it on the near side now. He'll dribble, fakes the pass. Now he'll pick up his dribble, finds Stropel. 3-point stroke. Gets it off the rim, no good. Fought for, and Jensen comes down with it. Jensen brings it up. He's going to drive into the lane. Swings it out to Kuhn. Kuhn, 3-point shot. Fought for. Koss is underneath there. Blocked. Rebound. Fighting for it, and coming down with it is Stropel. Very quickly. Stropel with the floater, can't get it to go, pokes at the rebound, and he's going to be called for the foul. So 5 team fouls for the Falcons, 2 for Malta. 4:49 left in the first half. Malta leads 18-12 over Florence. Kuhn will bring it up. Comes to the near side. Fed in. Smith back out to Simonton, and it's taken away by Zeiler. Zeiler will put the up off the glass, and he gets it to go. And Zeiler makes it 18-14 with 4:30 left. Malta still in control. Near side. Far side now to Jensen. Jensen picks up his dribble, finds Koss on the far baseline. He'll pick up his dribble. Taken away on the pass. Bailey will bring it up. He stops, waits for the rest of his jerseys as he was outnumbered. He'll drive the baseline. Shot no good. Goes to the floor, no foul. Jensen pushes it the other way very quickly. Left to right, stops at the free throw line. Pops it up off the rim. Zeiler goes in for it. Jensen with the shoulder. Zeiler goes down, and Jensen gets a shot to go, making it 20-14 Malta with 3:50 left. Bounce pass underneath. Shot goes in for Hudson Pillar. 20-16 Malta. 3:40 left. Ball on the far side in the hands of Simonton. Gives it off to Kuhn to Jensen on the near corner. Jensen dribbles out of the near corner and comes to the top. 3:30 left. Jensen crosses over, picks up the double team, stops, and brings it out to Simonton at the top. Simonton comes back to Kuhn. He'll shoot the long two off the back of the rim, building houses. Shot no good. Jensen's underneath, swings it out. Simonton will shoot the three up from far outside. Off the rim, no good. And Hudson Pillar will come up with the rebound. Falcons push. Zeiler finds Hudson Pillar underneath. He can't get the shot to go. That was a great feed. Hudson Pillar upset with himself. Just got to have a short memory. Fed underneath, and we get a foul, and Hudson Pillar will be called for it. Hudson Pillar, didn't see him play last year, probably come up from the JV team. Junior, 6'3", he's been playing very well. So inbound pass. Van Wicken swings it under to Henry. Smith has it taken away, but he kicks it out to Koss just in time. Kuhn out to Henry. Ball's poked away, and once again, Van Wicken will control. Comes near side. Shot up. Kuhn off the back of the rim. Bailey comes down with a rebound. We get a whistle, and this is going to go against Malta. And that's going to be Koss. His first foul. 6 for the Falcons. 3 for Malta. Inbound underneath the Malta basket. Scully brings it up right to left. Comes to Zeiler on the near side. Back to Scully at the top. Swings it to Bailey. Bailey swings it. Shot. Zeiler three-pointer off the rim. No good. Whistle away from the ball. So we're going to get a technical on Zeiler. Wow. Zeiler says, what did I do? Christofferson and Bailey bring him across half court. Looking for an explanation still is Zeiler, and I didn't see. They were running here. First shot, no good for Kuhn on the technical. He'll get the second. And off the back of the rim. And Malta will have the ball underneath their own basket. Oh, they'll bring it in at half court on the far side. Kern will bring it up. Swings it far side to Van Wicken. Van Wicken across the top. Stops, picks up his dribble. Goes far corner. Kern with a three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Hudson Pillar. And we're going to get a foul against Malta. And Koss is going to pick up his second. Koss will have a seat. Coach Costin is trying to keep things tight here. 20-16 is your score. Malta in charge. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Fed in, Stropel, free throw line, shot off the back of the rim, brought down in the hands of Christofferson. He's waiting for the pass. He gets it off to Zeiler behind the back. They find Hudson Pillar off the glass, and it won't go. Good effort by the Falcons. Malta very quickly, though. Kern on the far side. He'll swing it. Jensen can't handle the pass out of bounds, and it will stay, or it'll go to Florence. Malta says we're going full. And they'll go 1-2-2 on the full court on the press. Bailey will bring it up. Comes back to Zeiler. Zeiler approaches half court with a double team. Stropel will control on the far side as they cross half court. Picks up his dribble. He needs some help. Gets it from Bailey at the top. Bailey swings it back to Zeiler on the far side. Zeiler directing traffic. Back to Bailey at the top. To Christofferson on the near side top. Back to Bailey at the top. He'll drive in. Zeiler now hop. Shot from the free throw line and rolls off the rim. No good. Malta now pushing left to right with 70 seconds left in the first. And Hotzenpiller goes down, no whistle on the charge, but Falcons will come back with it. Zeiler thinks about the three. Hotzenpiller on the run, around the defender, and it goes in. Hotzenpiller on the run, and he'll make it 20-18 with 50 seconds left in the first half. Henry with it at the top, comes near side to Kern. Feeds it in, and off the knees of Smith, and DeGroot says timeout. Great coaching by DeGroot, and he gets the timeout off. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Back out of the timeout. Malta leads 20-18 over the Florence Falcons with 41.6 seconds left in the first half. We'll have the Loyola Breakers and the Shepherd up after this one. And then the Rams will play Shepherd after that. Inbound, Florence to control in front of their own bench. They've got to cross half court as the 1-2-2 press is in play. Zeiler spins out, sets his feet, three-point shot off the back of the rim. Hotzenpiller's there but can't get it poked away. Malta pushes very quickly underneath, and it's blocked by Bailey under the basket. Now we get a foul on Hotzenpiller. Hotzenpiller will pick up his second. And that puts Smith at the line to shoot his first free throws of the game. Actually, it's bonus, so he'll shoot 1 and 1. Got ahead of myself. 8 team fouls for the Falcons, 4 for Malta. Smith sets, right foot at the line, shot in the air, and that one's off the back of the rim. Chased down by Bailey. Bailey and Zeiler are both there. Bailey will control. Gets it out to Zeiler. He'll cross half court on the near side. Zeiler says calm down, looks to DeGroot, gets the call. Bailey comes to the near side while Zeiler goes to the far side as he dribbles across. Gets a screen by Hotzenpiller and an offensive foul. Hotzenpiller stepped in and moved his feet on the screen. That'll be 3. Scully will come back in. Hotzenpiller will have a seat. So we've got Christofferson, Bailey, Zeiler, Stropel, and Scully in for the Falcons. They go to their 2-3 zone. Henry with it at the top. 5 seconds left in the half. 3 seconds. Bounce pass underneath. Fought for off the foot of Scully, but it's not enough time. And that's how the first half will end. Malta leads 21-18 on the Rainbow's End Natural Foods scoreboard. We'll step aside for a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have a little catch-up right after this timeout on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. welcome back to Shelby, Montana. Chris Stratton covering the Coyote Classic for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at halftime with Malta leading Florence 21-18. Great game, great first half. We've had some good basketball here this morning, and this is the perfect thing to get these kids ready to go for the season. These opening classics. There's one going on in Missoula right now, folks. If you get a chance, get down to the Adams Center today, and check out the action that's going on for the Class A Jamboree that's going on with that. I've been getting score updates from our good friend Dalen Turk all day long as he's covering that one. He's working it, I should say, the scoreboard. He works for the athletic department at the U of M, and good stuff going on there. But if you're out in the area, Billings, we've got the Class AA schools taking on, and from Missoula taking on the Billings schools. If you're in Billings, check that out. Wrestling going on. Swimming's going to have an event in Butte tomorrow. Lots of good prep sports stuff going on all weekend long, and these opening weekend jamborees are just the perfect way to get yourself set and ready to go. So we're at halftime here. We're going to step aside for just a few more moments, and when we come back, we'll have your halftime stats right after this 2-minute timeout on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to to Shelby, Montana, as Malta leads Florence. There we go. We get it out right. 21-18. 63 seconds left in halftime. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. And looking at our scoring leaders, looking over at Malta first, Henry has 5, Kuhn has 5, and Van Wicken has 4. Jensen has 6. For the Falcons, Zeiler leads with 12 points. He's got 2 for 6 from long distance. Hotzenpiller has 4, and Stropel has 2. Now, Hotzenpiller, he's got 3 fouls. Zeiler's got 2, and Scully has 2. So those 3 individuals will have to wait and see on them, and they'll have to play extra careful basketball here in the second half. We get set to go with the second half of play. Teams are huddled up. 7 seconds left on the clock as it ticks down. Had the Breakers on the courts visiting with the Florence girls. And there's the buzzer to start the second half. So teams will break their huddle. Florence will break it first. But love seeing the camaraderie between these teams. And you know, the one with Florence, I mean, those guys, those two teams, they, boys and girls, it is a rival, but it's a loving rival. So a lot of good times. There's the whistle to start. Malta will have it going right to left. They have their white jerseys on with the royal blue stripes down the side and the royal blue name and number. Far baseline, Jensen will roll out. Goes to Koss, poked away by Scully. Koss controls, behind the back to Jensen. Jensen sets his feet on the far side, but this time Zeiler will pick it down and he'll wait for the rest of the maroon jerseys. Now he drives the baseline, stops, pitches it out far side. Stropel thinks about the three, steps in, high percentage shot off the glass, no good. Malta will bring it up right to left. The Falcons wearing their maroon jerseys with the gold name and number. Far side, Van Wicken drives in, shot, and this is an offensive foul on Van Wicken. He's got two. And Malta will go into their 1-2-2 press. Scully inbounds to Zeiler. Zeiler picked up on the double very quickly, bounce pass to Scully. He'll push. Christopherson all by himself, almost picked off by Koss, kicks it out. Bailey, three-point, near side, off the rim. Zeiler just a little bit off on the rebound. Body's on the floor, we get a whistle, and Christopherson, I think, is going to get called for the foul here. And it is on Christopherson. That is his first. Malta will inbound it. Far corner, Jensen. Jensen picks it up, goes to Van Wicken at the top, now swings it near side. Driving in to Jensen. Jensen drives in, long two, off the rim, bounces around, and it'll finally rattle home. Inbound, Zeiler breaks the press. He's just got to beat Koss. He'll force it in against Koss. Stropel there for the rebound, can't get it to go. Koss brings it down. Brought up court, right to left by Malta at the top, near side. Kuhn, he'll put up the three and sinks it. Folks, that one was from way downtown, and it's 26-18. And Florence says, let's take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Shelby, Montana. Such a beautiful drive up here. I stayed in Great Falls last night and hung out down there and drove up this morning and watching the sunset in the rearview mirror, and it's just a beautiful sight up here, folks. On the edge of the world, as I like to say, in northern Montana, north central Montana, and there's some good basketball going on here in Shelby. A lot of fun. Kids are having fun, interacting with each other, and it's just been a good time. 6:25 left in the third quarter. Malta leads 26-18 on the Rainbow's End Natural Food scoreboard. Florence will have the ball. Hudson Pillar is back in. Zeiler breaks the double team. Stops, comes to Bailey on the near side. Bailey fakes the pass, comes to Zeiler. Zeiler fakes a three-point shot. Tried to go to Stropel underneath. Smart play because he had the position. Just a little too much on the pass. Malta will bring it up right to left on your radio dial. Jensen swings it far side to Henry. Henry to the top, now back to Van Wicken, to Kuhn on the near baseline. He'll drive in the baseline, covered up very quickly by Hudson Pillar, and will go out of bounds. Florence ball. Falcons are going left to right. And the 1-2-2 in full effect. Bailey with the inbound, he pushes it up, finds Zeiler. Zeiler crosses half court. He gives it off to Stropel, and a whistle. This one's going to go against Malta. That's Jensen, his first foul. Second foul. I was behind one on Jensen there. And Zeiler will inbound underneath his own basket. Swings it all the way top to Christofferson at half court. Christofferson waiting for Zeiler. Zeiler at the free throw line. They let him go. Hodson-Pillar off the glass. It bounces out and drops in. Hodson-Pillar with 6 points on the game. Makes it 26-20 Malta. Poked away by Bailey, but gets it back to Kuhn. Underneath, poked away by Stropel, and Christofferson will come up with it. He's got one man. The ball is poked away on the pass. Christofferson holds on to it and gets it off to Bailey at half court. Bailey at half court. Far side. Hodson-Pillar in the far corner. 5:15 left in the third. 26-20. Malta. Christofferson. Far side. He'll pivot. Finds Hodson-Pillar underneath, and a nice little kiss off the glass for Hodson-Pillar. And he'll make it 26-22 with 5 minutes left in the third. Far side in the hands of Henry. Swings it. Hand signal by Kuhn. Far side. Swings it back to Kuhn to the near side. To the top to Henry. Henry wanted to go to Van Wicken. Now he does on the far side. Van Wicken steps in. Off to Koss. Koss on the far side. Out to Kuhn at the top. He'll find Van Wicken in the far baseline. Off the foot of Koss. Nope, they say off the foot of Christofferson. I don't know about that one, but hey, that's why I'm up here calling the game, and the guys with stripes are down there blowing the whistles. So Malta will inbound underneath their own basket with 4:38 left in the third. Far side, Henry, catch, shoot, long three, air ball. Hodson-Pillar comes down with it. Zeiler all by himself. He'll go up and can't get the dunk to go. Looks at DeGroot with a big smile on his face. He knew. When you go for the dunk, folks, you have to commit, and I think Zeiler was a little gun shy. We'll see him. Stropel with the inbound, turn, shoot, and it goes in. We'll see more of that action later this season. Kuhn with it on the near side now for Malta. 4:15 left in the third. Jensen now in the far corner. He'll drive in the far side. Ball poked away, fades away, shot off the rim. It bounces around, and it'll go in. Jensen makes it 28-24 with 4:03 left. Zeiler swings it. Stropel, three-point shot off the rim. Zeiler with position. He'll get it off the glass, and it goes in. That boy's got some drive, folks. 28-26, Malta, 3:50 left in the third. Bounce pass to Kuhn at the top. Comes to Henry. Henry fakes left, right, hops in, shot, bounces around, poked around, out of bounds, and it's going to go to Florence. 3:38 left in the third. Malta going back into their 1-2-2. Bailey had room to run and waits for the players to crash. Zeiler crosses half court on the far side, waits for the rest of the traffic. Christofferson comes in behind him. Near side, Bailey surveying the court. He can dribble, but he goes to Hodson-Pillar in the near corner. Out to Zeiler at the top. Finds Bailey at the free throw line. Back to Zeiler on the near side. 3:15. Stropel comes up. Van Wicken loses his footing. Christofferson underneath. Off the glass, and it goes in. And Christofferson's got his first 2 points of the game, tying it at 28 with 3 minutes left in the third. Malta right to left now in the hands of Van Wicken. He crosses over, and Costin says, timeout. We'll step aside as well for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Shelby, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Folks, you can get the video stream of this game. Just go to the Shelby High School website. On their homepage, they've got this cool little TV on it, and the Coyote will jump out at you. Click on that. And that'll give you the live stream. I'm calling it on the Missoula Prep Sports Network, but we're simulcasting with the Shelby High School. I want to thank Shelby High School for allowing us to do the simulcast. That way you get the video stream as well as the audio stream. couple of young men covered the game before this one for Shelby. Some inspiring young broadcasters. Always good to see. They did a great job with their color commentary. You know, it's tough to put a microphone in front of you and then try to talk. It gets you a little bit nervous, especially when you're at that age. You get a little bit nervous. So the fact that those two young men have the guts to do it, kudos to them. Hopefully they have a long career of play-by-play in front of them. Malta has the ball now, fed in, far side, Jensen, and he's going to travel. Extra step. Florence will get it underneath their own basket. Tied at 28 with 2:49 left in the third. Christofferson will inbound to Zeiler. Malta will back out. They had the 1-2-2 going for quite a while, and they backed out of it. Driving in now is Zeiler, swings it out to Bailey. Bailey back to Zeiler on the far side. 2:35 left in the third. Bailey at the top to Stropel on the near side. Stropel to Bailey at the top. Gives it off to Zeiler. Zeiler directing traffic with hand signals. Cradles the ball in his right arm. Now comes near side. Finds Christofferson. Christofferson gets his man in the air off the glass, and it won't go. Malta brings it down. What a great fake by Christofferson. Gets his man flying in the air. Malta comes the other way now, though. Henry swings it. Van Wicken near baseline. He'll stop. Pops the two, and he'll drop it in there. That'll be Henry's first 2 points of the second half, and it's 30-28. Malta with 1:55 left in the third. Bailey comes near side to Stropel. Stropel wants Christofferson to move into the key, and Christofferson shakes his head off and backs out. Bailey now at the top. Comes back to Stropel. Finds Christofferson near corner. He'll dribble. Picks it up now. Cross court. Zeiler. Zeiler drives in, and we're going to get a whistle. And this one's going to go against Van Wicken. That'll be his third. 1:39 left in the third. 28-30 is the score. Malta. Florence has it, though. Bailey with it on the far side. Finds Stropel, free throw line. Forces the shot up, and it drops in. Stropel's got 4 on the quarter. Ties it at 30 with 85 seconds left. Bounce pass to Henry in the far side corner. Gets Zeiler in the air, and Zeiler kicks the pass out of bounds. Very intelligent basketball family. Coach Zeiler is the girls' basketball coach. He's got a very athletic young lady, his daughter that plays for the Lady Falcons. Cross court, Henry, far side to the top to Kuhn. Kuhn will drive in, bounce pass, near baseline. Jensen gets it now, near side. He'll hop, spins, shot, rolls off, no good. But Smith is there for the rebound. And gets the 2 points. 32-30, 50 seconds left. 5-0. Shot by Christofferson, far side, rattles around, and is brought down in the hands of Koss. Koss goes to Kuhn. 32-30 is the score. 40 seconds left in the third. Between the legs. Now the pass to Henry on the near side. Back to Kuhn at the top. He'll dribble. 2-3 zone by the Falcons. He'll drive, breaks the zone, bounces around, and Bailey comes down with a rebound. He'll push left to right. Zeiler says, I want it. Bailey says, no, I'll take it. Comes near side to Stropel. Now back to Bailey at the top. Christofferson at the free throw line. He's calling for it. Stropel, he'll give it back to Bailey at the top. 15 seconds. Christofferson at the free throw line. Drives in. Finds Zeiler on the shovel pass. Back to Bailey at the top. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Christofferson, far corner. 6 seconds. Picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. Cross court. Stropel can't handle the pass, out of bounds with 2.4. Malta putting the pressure on. Inbound to Kuhn at the top. He'll throw it up at half court. Buzzer, shot no good. And that's how the third quarter will end, folks. Malta leads 32-30. Back in 60 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Chris Stratton, Shelby, Montana for the Coyote Classic. Florence Falcons taking on the Malta Mustangs right now, and Malta up 32-30 to start the fourth quarter. Florence has the ball. Bailey with it at the top. He is in the half circle getting instructions from DeGroot. Goes to Zeiler, back to Bailey at the top. Comes near side to Stropel, back to Bailey at the top to Zeiler. Back to Bailey. Swings it out. Hodson Pillar to Stropel. We get a whistle, and this one's going to go against Koss. That'll be his third. And it looks like Shepard is in, and they're going to get ready for their game. Bailey with the three. He'll drop it! Bailey gets himself on the board with a three to give Florence their first lead of the game, 33-32, with 7:28 left in the game. Far side now out to Van Wicken. Van Wicken to Jensen on the far side. Swings it near side to Henry. Henry dribbles at the top. Goes to Jensen. Jensen can't control it. Now he gets the ball back before it goes out of bounds. Van Wicken, he'll drive on. Near baseline. Stropel contested, but the shot goes in. And Stropel nodded at him and said, good shot. That's sportsmanship, folks. Ball on the near side now. Stropel with it. He'll go to Bailey at the top. Stropel. He'll strike the three, but can't get it to go. Rebounded by Henry. He'll push now. Gives it off to Van Wicken at the top. 6:45 left. Baseline. Shot no good. Blocked. Zeiler comes down with it. He's got one man to beat. He's got another Falcon. Fakes. Shot goes in. Zeiler on the fast break. And the Falcons pull back ahead 35-34 with 6:30 left in the game. Jensen now on the far side. Dribbles out to the top. Between his legs. Backs off now. Goes to Van Wicken on the far side. Van Wicken. He'll drive in. Henry getting open on the near side, but he missed him. Comes to Jensen now on the near side. Finds Koss on the near baseline. And Hodson Pillar covers up very quickly. We get a whistle. And Stropel is going to be called for his second. They say 3 on the board, so I'm behind on that one. Sorry, folks. And Henry will have a seat. Inbound, poked away, but controlled by Koss. Koss comes to Kuhn at the top. Swings it near side to Van Wicken. Van Wicken will drive in. Pops up the jumper. In it, rattles in. Van Wicken's first points of the second half, and he makes it 36-35 with 5:55 left in the game. Ball near side to Stropel. Stropel looking for Christofferson, who was streaking through the lane, but couldn't get it to it. Zeiler now, far side, directing traffic. Bailey at the top. Bailey comes near side to Stropel. Stropel finds Zeiler. Zeiler skies for it. And this one's going to go against Zeiler. A lot of body. He's got to be careful. He's already been teed up once. And he's trying to get an explanation from the official. Henry comes back in. Jensen has a seat. Got to be careful. Now the ball is brought up court by Kuhn. Kuhn will bring it up across half court at the circle. Gives it off to Van Wicken. Van Wicken at the top, goes underneath. Smith barely controls it, out to Henry on the far side. 5:25 left. Van Wicken now at the top, swings it. Kuhn, he sets his feet. Three-point shot, rattles around the rim, no good. Koss with the rebound. Van Wicken finds Kuhn. He'll drive in on the basket. Nice job by Hodson Pillar. Offensive foul. Hodson Pillar sets his feet. Great job by the junior. That's going to go against Kuhn. 5 team fouls for for Malta, 3 for Florence. Koss will have a seat. That'll bring Jensen back in. Zeiler will bring it up. Bailey, Zeiler, Christofferson, Hodson Pillar, and Stropel in for the Falcons. Jensen brings it up, or Zeiler brings it up. Goes far side to Bailey. Bailey to the top. Finds Stropel on the near side. He's going to drive the baseline, whistle, and Jensen's going to be called for it. That should be his third. On the floor, so there's no free throws involved. 6th team foul. Zeiler very smartly off the back of a Malta player on the inbound. Stropel controls, and Zeiler will drive the near baseline. Finds Hodson Pillar underneath it, and Hodson Pillar puts it in. 37-36, Florence, 4:40 left in the game. Underneath, Smith can't handle it, out of bounds, and it's Florence ball. This Malta team is the ones that knocked the Rams out of state title contentions at the tournament last year. Far side, Bailey. 4:30 left, 37-36. They get Bailey on the give and go, and Bailey gets it to go. He's down with a hand over his eye, tells DeGroot I need some help. DeGroot's yelling at the ref, and Bailey just comes up court. And the shot goes in, and now we get a whistle from the official. DeGroot is hot. Tied at 39 for the timeout. DeGroot trying to get an explanation from the official why the whistle wasn't blown sooner. And I think he got what he liked, because he's walking away with kind of a smile on his face. But safety first with these kids. They're students before athletes, so we want to make sure that they're taken care of. 4:15 left in the game. It's tied at 39 on the Rainbow's End Natural Foods scoreboard. Folks, if you're in Hamilton, you need to pick up your supplements, natural foods. We'll stop at the Little Red House. We're right on the strip. Little Red House is the home of the Florence, Rainbow's End Natural Food Store. They're a proud sponsor of athletics in the Bitterroot Valley in general. Stop in, get your supplements, and tell them thanks for supporting high school sports on the radio, or in general. So coming out of the timeout, Florence will have the ball underneath the Malta basket. 4:15 left. Zyler will control. He'll bring it up. Hand signal on the play. Far side, Scully. Back to Zyler. Comes near side to Stropel. Stropel will drive in near side. He'll float it up there. Air ball, and it comes down to the hands of Jensen. Jensen will push it. Lets it go for Van Wicken. Van Wicken crosses half court with 3:54 left in the game. Tied at 39. Bailey set to check back in. Van Wicken tied up with Scully. Zyler almost had it. Van Wicken, and a nice little hand motion by Christofferson, and picks the ball away. Scully with it at the top now. Christofferson says, Zyler, come on. So Zyler will come out. Fed near side. Stropel sets his feet. Three-point shot, no good. Ball pushed up court. In the hands of Van Wicken. 3:11 left. Tied at 39. Henry now goes in. Christofferson with the steal, and he gets the timeout before he steps out. Smart play by Christofferson. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Shelby, Montana for the Coyote Classic. Chris Stratton with play-by-play coverage. Simulcast on the Shelby High School website. Coyote Vision, as they call it here. Good game. Malta and Florence tied at 39. Coming out of the timeout, Christofferson with a smart play to call the timeout after the steal. He was tiptoeing the line like Cooper Waters of the Loyola Rams does with the football during the football season. And the assistant coach for Florence having a conversation with all three officials during that timeout. One of the officials comes over to Coach Costin and explains to what the conversation was. And we get back into action. Florence brings it up left to right. Zyler goes to Bailey, back to Zyler at the top. Swings it to Stropel, back to Zyler at the top. Back to Bailey on the far side. Stropel, free throw line, rattles off, no good. Rebounded by Smith, pushed by Kuhn, near side. He'll cross over to the top, goes to Van Wicken on the far side. Van Wicken picks up his dribble, goes to Kuhn, back to Van Wicken at the top, finds Henry on the near side. 2-3 zone working very well right now for this Florence Falcons. Henry in the near corner, he'll dribble out. Zeiler is there, gets the double team. Smith on the near baseline, he dribbles it off his own foot. Christopherson up for Bailey, but he throws it ahead of Bailey and it's taken away by Kuhn. They find Smith. Smith back out to Van Wicken. Kuhn, three-point shot, far side, high off the rim. Smith is there, and Hotzenpiller is going to be called for the foul. And so that'll be the fourth for Hotzenpiller. 6 team fouls for Malta, 4 for Florence. Kuhn in the far corner on the inbound. He'll dribble, shot, and it rattles home. 41-39, Malta with 2 minutes left in the game. Bailey brings it up, crosses half court in the half circle. Comes near side to Stropel, finds Hotzenpiller in the near corner. He wanted to go to Stropel. Stropel wasn't paying attention, just happened to get it, and Stropel's going to be fouled on the floor is what the official says, and that's going to be on Kuhn. That's his second. 7th team foul. And Stropel will go to the line. Shot up, off the back of the rim, rattles around, and it won't go in. Malta brings it up right to left. Finds Van Wicken in the far corner, back out to Kuhn at the top. Swings it back to Van Wicken. Back to Kuhn. Van Wicken, he'll take the three. It looked like somebody got a hand on it, but it goes in anyways. Van Wicken drops it. And it's 44-39 with 90 seconds left. Malta in charge. Stropel, Bailey. Swings it to Zeiler. Christopherson in the far corner baseline. Pivots. He'll go up. Body's on the floor. We get a whistle away from the basket as Zeiler and Henry went to the floor. And they do call the whistle on the offensive possession. Smith is going to get it, I should say, near the ball, and that's going to put Christopherson at the line for his first opportunities. A 1-and-1. First one goes in. Actually, it's not a 1-and-1 because it was on the shot. If he can make this one, it'll be a 1-point game. And he does. It'll be a 3-point game, I should say, 1 possession. 44-41, 70 seconds left. Malta in charge. Henry has it on the near side. He'll dribble out to the top. Kuhn. Kuhn now crosses over at the top between his legs, comes to Van Wicken on the near side, finds Henry in the near corner. Hotzenpiller gets a hand on it, but the ball gets in the hands of Malta. Henry sets his feet, 3-point shot, off the rim, no good. Bounces around, and Henry will come down with a rebound. Kuhn gets it now. He'll drive in, and he'll be fouled by Bailey on the drive. Bailey will pick up his first. Kuhn 0 for 2 in the first half. First one off the glass, the rim, and no good. He will set for the second. Shot up, off the rim, no good. Christopherson fights for it, and he'll come up with it. He's got to have some help here. We get a whistle, and DeGroot takes the timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Beautiful Shelby, Montana, out here on the plains in north central Montana. Love seeing the farmland, all of the oil rigs running, the Rocky Mountains poking up out of the grasslands, all sharp and tall. You know, they're having fun at this Coyote Classic. The administrators for Shelby wearing Hawaiian shirts, and then a lot of the coaches wearing Hawaiian shirts. They're having fun here, folks, and you might as well. The Loyola Breakers, they are standing poised, ready to go with 41 seconds left in the game, 41.4 to be exact. Malta leads 44-41. This is the closest game we've had so far today. Zeiler will bring it up, comes to the near side to Stropel. Stropel gets a screen by Hotzenpiller, finds Zeiler, three-point shot, off the rim, bounces around, no good. Up court, Jensen trying to control. Hotzenpiller is there, and he'll foul, and Hotzenpiller will be done for the day. I believe that's going to be 5 on him. That is. So Hotzenpiller will foul out with 27.3 left. Scully comes back in. Kuhn gets a double team, and Zeiler will just hug him. That'll be his 4th, and that'll put Kuhn back to the line. He's 0 for 4, so smart play by Zeiler. Getting these situations off the rim, and it'll go in. Zeiler having a conversation with DeGroot. They're throwing hand signals at each other. Here's the shot for Kuhn, off the back of the rim, and it'll be in the hands of Zeiler. Zeiler will push, 45-44, 20 seconds left. Zeiler with the shot, off the glass, and it'll go in. 45-43, Florence will go into their press. Stropel will foul. That'll be his 4th. And that will put Van Wicken at the line for his first opportunity to shoot free throws. It's a bonus situation, so 1-1. Both teams with 8 team fouls. First shot up, Van Wicken off the back of the rim, and Stropel controls, 13 seconds. Zeiler pushes, 45-43, he'll stop, finds Scully, far side, Bailey three-point shot, off the rim, no good. Malta will control, 4 seconds, and Scully will foul, sending Van Wicken back to the line with 3.5 left on the clock. 45-43. This has been a close game, folks. Tight all the way through. Shepherd and the Breakers set to go. Loyola Breakers right after this one. Van Wicken, shot up, off the rim, no good. Rebounded, 2 seconds. Handed off to Zeiler, 1 second. He'll throw the full court, no good. And that's how the game will end, folks. Florence, 43. Malta, 45. We want to thank Rainbow's End Natural Food Store for sponsoring the Florence Falcon games today. We'll have more games tomorrow with Florence. We're going to go ahead and step aside as we prepare for the Loyola Breakers and Shepherd right after this. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and have a great weekend. We'll talk to you shortly.